Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope everyone had a wonderful 4th of July weekend holiday and shared some wonderful time with friends and families, whatever you got to, whether that be barbecuing or just hanging out. Let me know in the comment section below what you got up to this 4th of July holiday weekend. So in this video, I'm just going to be doing a quick stimulus update. So I'll briefly be discussing updates on the infrastructure bill, some news in regards to unemployment, the possibility of a fourth direct payment, and then of course some other news relating to stimulus. But first, before I get into the update for today, if you do enjoy videos like this one and you'd like to see more videos like it, I would greatly appreciate if you could just give this video a like for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so jumping right into the update for today, relating to the 4th of July, President Biden and the White House attempt to make it seem like prices are actually decreasing under his administration. In a tweet sent out by the White House, it said, "Planning a cookout for the year? Catch up on the news. According to the Farm Bureau, the cost of a 4th of July barbecue is down from last year. It's a fact you must hear. Hot dog, the Biden economic plan is working." And that's something we can all relish. Then they show images of things such as pork chops, lemonade, sliced cheese, potato chips, and ground beef being down in price from the year prior. Republican Senator Ted Cruz couldn't quite help himself, responded to the tweet by saying, telling, "Biden is rightfully worried about inflation, as his defensive tweet reveals. In the past year, lumber prices are up 340%, and the average price of gas has skyrocketed from $2.18 to $3.13. But hey, you got 16 cents for a hot dog." Apparently, the lower prices on hot dogs didn't quite offset the rising prices on things such as lumber and gas. Well, at least for Senator Cruz. In some other news, with the jobs report from June being released, it was noted that the US added 850,000 jobs in total, but, wait for it, actually saw an increase in overall unemployment. You heard that right, even though we added 850,000 jobs in June, we actually saw an increase in the unemployment rate from 5.8% up to 5.9%. Also, with the $300 weekly unemployment benefits ending early in many states, some out-of-work Americans are actually beginning to file lawsuits. So far, the states of Indiana, Texas, and Maryland have had lawsuits filed against them in regards to the unemployment benefits being ended earlier than September 6th. In Indiana, a state judge has actually already ruled that Indiana needs to continue paying the federal money to those currently unemployed until the lawsuit is decided. Republican governors have argued for months that the extra unemployment aid needs to come to an end, arguing that it's creating a disincentive for people to return to work. They argue, why go out and search for a job when you can earn your regular state unemployment benefits plus $300 extra weekly on top of that? President Biden and other Democrats, on the other hand, have rejected that notion. They believe the job market is still recovering and that Americans should still be receiving their benefits through September 6th, as stated in the bill. Either way, September 6th is just 9 weeks away, so it should be interesting to see if they decide to extend the benefits even longer once we approach that deadline. In some other stimulus-related news, the first round of child tax credit payments for parents with children under the age of 18 will begin going out next week. So, on the 15th of this month, if you have a child or children under the age of 18, you should be receiving some type of payment next week. For each child you have under the age of 6, you'll be receiving $300. Then, for each kid you have under the age of 18 by the end of this year, you'll be receiving $250 per child. You should be receiving these payments in the same bank account that you received your last tax refund and stimulus payments, which, of course, will also be the last one that the IRS would have on file. If you need to update that banking information, you can always definitely do so by logging into the Child Tax Credit Payment portal. At this point, it will be just a little bit too late to update your information for the payments going out next week. However, if you would like to change it before the payment in September goes out, you definitely still have time to do so. Also, if you had a newborn this year or plan to, there are a couple of different ways in which you can receive your money. Since you would be eligible for $3,600 in total, or $300 per month, the first way to add your new dependent is through the IRS portal. This portal will show up on the screen, and I'll also link in the description box below. Or if you wish, you can always just wait until next year and receive the $3,600 in full as a tax refund. These payments also aren't prorated, so it doesn't matter if your child was born on January 1st of this year or December 31st. In either case, you'll receive the full $3,600. Okay, moving on to some other news. Before leaving for their 4th of July recess, Democrats in the House were able to approve a multi-billion-dollar bill mostly based around transportation. In total, the bill came out to $715 billion, and only 2 Republicans voted for it. Meanwhile, Maryland's Governor Larry Hogan set fireworks off early, claiming that House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer are holding the bipartisan bill based around infrastructure hostage in order to gain leverage on other spending bills. Hogan says that even though both Republicans and Democrats, including President Biden, approve of the $953 billion bill based around infrastructure, Pelosi and Schumer are holding up from passing because if they didn't, then in that case they would lose all their leverage when it came to passing other pieces of legislation. Hogan says that Pelosi and Schumer are just playing their same old political games and that we need to show the American people that Congress, in fact, is able to work together. So this is turning out to be a lot like last year, where Republicans and Democrats, time and time again, just could not work together. Anytime it seemed like they were able to take one step forward, they just ended up taking 2 steps back. Alrighty, and now to wrap up today's video, I did want to quickly touch base on the possibility of a 4th direct payment, such as the ones that we received earlier this year for $1,400, and also, of course, the ones that we received last year for $600 and $1,200. So I'm sure that many of you have either read articles or seen other videos on YouTube claiming that there's a real possibility of a 4th direct payment or even recurring ones. Sadly, I have to inform you that in recent bills being discussed in Congress, there has not been a 4th stimulus payment included. While the child tax credit payments are set to go out this month, and then of course each month for the rest of this year, the likelihood of a 4th stimulus check at this point, like the one that we received earlier this year and then the 2 last year, are pretty much slim to none. Obviously, this comes as a real disappointment to many Americans as the Change.org petition now officially reached 2.5 million signatures. This petition, as I've detailed in some other videos, calls for Congress to pass a bill that would include $2,000 checks for every American until the pandemic ends. Despite Americans calling for this help, Congress doesn't really seem to care all that much, as they haven't included any checks in their most recent bills. If they do though, or anything does happen to change, I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. So on that note, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this video, but for a limited period of time, Webull is offering my viewers 2 free socks, in total valued up to $2,300. Once you open your account with Webull, you'll receive your first stock valued up to $300. Then, if you make a deposit of at least $5, at that point, Webull will send you your second free stock, this one being valued all the way up to $2,000. Then, once you receive your free stocks, if you have no intention to invest any further, you do always have the option of selling your stocks for whatever they're worth, and then transferring that money right back to your bank account. So again, if this offer is of interest to you, definitely make sure to take advantage by clicking my link in the description box below. So thank you so much for watching. If you did make it all the way to the end, if you wouldn't mind taking just a few seconds out of your day to like this video and leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm, I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.